anti-glare, which is also good. I don't know if it's necessary, but the anti-glare also helps preventing wandering eyes. You can't see the screen. So say someone's standing at the window and she has her screen up, you can't see anybody's personal.
So which way it's between $700 and $800 depending on the decision. And as of right now, I do believe sewer bills are going to be late, right? Because this thing is cracked.
Yep. MC1 was here today and we couldn't do anything because
it's too full.
It takes like 5 or 6 weeks for my check. I'm like paying the next one before it even clears. I mean, I just pay them, I just pay them the same time every month, whether I get a bill or not, because it's amazing.
right.
Well, I guess I would only say this, is make sure this thing is being bad enough that you can also accept and work really, really good with our new computer thing.
I think with $800 we can get a pretty bad VA.
Right.
That's, computers aren't that expensive.
Okay, we need a motion to replace that.
Yes, we
Marty, second. Gary. Roll call vote, Marty.
yes.
Right. Gary, yes. Yes. Board is discuss and approve quotes received for new equipment and more for the maintenance department. We received 2 quotes from local companies, one from Pat's Heavy Equipment, one from 906 Services.
The old one.
Dan's having a lot of issues with
The old Cup Cadet.
The Cup Cadet.
It's been ran hard, the deck is falling apart. Raised up to the main one places.
if there's a license plate for a patch, there's a shield, the engine, motor mounts, some of them are broken.
Almost 1,000 hours.
And that one does have like 970 hours on it. It's getting up there.
But then also through this whole process, we had them quote looking at expanding. So having a chainsaw here to do a little bit of our own stuff as trees fall. She has a new trimmer in there, power head in there.
Yeah.
But then it's also expandable, so we can have a sweep, a brush, and also an edger. So it would be the full array for hand tools. And then a new blower. Basically outfitting a whole setup for taking care of landscaping and projects, and like even that tree that was down over there, not down but was hanging. I think as a township, we should be able to take care of a few of our own things. So that's why it'd be nice to have some of this stuff. Because I mean, even I don't know who did call. I don't know who called, but she called a couple times. And then I called road commissions, and it took them like almost 2 weeks to get out there to take care of it. I think with what we have here with Dan, with what
And
Nick, I suppose Nick ain't here, but if something happens and is the way in our township, we should be able to buzz out there now with our dump trailer and with our truck and have our own stuff and not have to wait to take care of our citizens 2 weeks. And I think we're at that point. I think we're okay doing this. And it would make it so we can actually have reaction time. If something happens, we can be there now, not wait 2 weeks. And this is kind of what I've talked about, pulling our big boy pants up a little bit and taking care of some of our own stuff. And I think this will get us right where we need to be. Plus, at the same time, the road Cup Cadet, I think, is
The other one.
time to go home.
The one that's newer, it's got 300 and some hours on it, but it's nice to have 2 of them. If one breaks down, the rest of it involved, and you gotta have a backup anyway.
well, Nick says to mow that park. Is that a park, or what do you guys prefer? I call it a park, but is that the
Yeah, it's
track?
tennis courts, baseball field. You got
Football field with all that.
well, you got basketball there too. So yeah, it'd be a park.
Okay. He said between that lawn and there was one other one, it takes them 11 hours, 2 days basically to mow. So going with a little bigger tractor too, I think this was a 65, or what is, I don't remember, where is it?
61.
61, a little bigger, a little bit more space.
Well, and you do technically have 2 floors down here.
I do, so I went through 906 and I went through Pat's. So 906 has warranties and,
We're both 61.
and, they had an incentive plan, but I stated I didn't even put it on here because it was way out of our budget. It was like over 15 grand just to get the government kind of budget or money discount. It was like, it was ridiculous. I didn't even put it on.
There was a bigger one.
$15,299. And that was just so we could get the government program thing. And I was like, oh, I said, no go. Anyway. So at Pat's, there's two options. Both of them are similar, except did you get a back page? Did anybody get the Pat's?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so on the back, if you look at the back one, it shows the Cub Cadet with the 60-inch zero turn for $4,679. And then also option one is the 61-inch, the Skag. Option 2 is the Cub Cadet. With those prices and all options up front, the option one total was $7,112.09. Option 2 came to $6,961.71. The reason for that is because they have for a 3% increase for after July or after June 1st. There was a 3% increase that passed. Now, if you go back to 906, it's very cut and dry. It is more expensive, so that's where this option has to come in. There is a 4-year warranty on. Like, I don't know these numbers.
Doesn't even say what it is. I'm assuming it's a Husqvarna because it's Kawasaki powered, 24 horsepower.
Was that the MZ? Is that a 61?
MZ 61, yeah.
For 15 or 5,900.
I guess we can kind of put it out there. I mean, this is something that is going to happen today as taxpayers. Cub Cadet, Kohler powered, Skag, Briggs powered. And I think we almost have to go with Pat's. That's by far the less by thousands. One thing I don't see under though is warranty at Pat's. What am I missing? What is warranty from Pat's?
I would assume so, but that's an assumption. I would think everything would come with something.
Yeah. I guess anything out here from the taxpayers? Anybody want Kohler power or Briggs power? I mean, 26 horsepower Kohler is actually less money. Granted, it's an inch less cut. Briggs. I've never been a fan of Briggs, but
You're looking for long term, right? Something that's going to be here for 20 years.
I'll take a look at that one out. But I mean, it'd be nice to get another 1,000-hour run. Sure.
I'd go with Kohler.
Kohler. Cub Cadet.
Where I came from, we had a side by side, but we had a 110-inch tow behind mower that mowed. And I mean, to us, that saved it because these aren't parks. They're not golf courses, put it that way. They're parks. You mow them 4 inches, and you're done. You know, an acre like or a park like that, we could mow them in 30 minutes. You just take the tractor and you just pull it right behind, and you're done and you're out of there. If you want to buy a mower for smaller parks, that's a great way to go. The Cub Cadet's not really a good mower. You know, again, money's a situation. If you want to get by for a few years, that's a good thing. John Deere and Toro are the best way to go. That's all we've ever used. Skag, you're paying for the name. It's overpriced.
I wouldn't buy a John Deere either.
But we've had John Deere's, and I mean, we've run them for 15 years before we've taken them in. And I
They're the
mean,
most expensive mower to get replacement parts for.
Oh yeah.
Well, and we have to work somewhat
Yeah,
here
I
on a small
understand that.
budget. I mean, well, as we can grow.
but a lot of
maybe we can
people
look
want
at
to buy them
something-
run flat tires. Again, another waste of money. You fill them up with foam.
It'd be nice to eventually get into something that we could lay open and
Yeah.
cover some ground.
Yeah,
Then you're talking, $10,000+.
you're just taking time off, but they're more durable than them tractors. Because these are such an even ground. I mean, they just beat the tractor.
Is that what I see?
Right, the
doing our
10, 20,
ditches?
even $30,000 there.
That's a flail mower. Them are nice to have, but that's only I think that's a 60-inch cut. That's why you don't make 2 passes. But they make ones that fold down, and that's what we have, you know what I mean? We pull them behind side by side. And then you just go, and you're done and you're out of there.
Then we need your side by side.
Yeah, those are 50,000. You guys can buy mine.
What's that? Then you have to do a side by side.
Yeah, I know, that's the other thing too, or you could use a tractor you
I
got.
see right now we work on one Cub
Yeah, no,
Cadet.
that's fine, I was just,
So the Cub Cadet is less money, more horsepower. I would say we choose that.
Cub Cadet.
Yeah.
So option 2 for $6,961.71. Because that in turn turns out with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's all this on page 1. And the Cub Cadet for that 6,900. So
Yeah.
that's
That's a lot better than 8,500, 4,000. Yeah.
I just want to add, I don't know if anybody sees what's on here. The most amazing thing is what you can have is a weed whip. And also you can exchange the head and it becomes a paddle or a broom. While I was gone, I asked Chris to come in with our skid loader with the broom to clear out the parking lot. Nick took out another 10 buckets of debris. All that loose debris that's sitting on your asphalt will deteriorate it faster. It allows water and everything to sit up. By having these brooms, we can clean the sidewalks, we can clean our grass with the rocks and debris that get in here. Instead of mowing over them, you can easily whip them and clean it. There's a lot of versatility with having attachments.
Did you clean the curbs?
That is actually in the works.
That,
I was going to cover some stuff then with my comments.
but while I was getting the bids from everybody, I did go into 906. So I want to go back for a minute. So I had our skid loaders here sweeping the parking lot. I donated that. I did that so that we can have a clean surface for our 4th of July event. So that you will not see a bill. That is my donation from my company to the township. And I didn't even pass that through the husband side.
People are here taking pictures for ammunition for whatever they want.
You will not
I mean,
see a bill.
Yeah, we live here, and if we need to clean a parking lot to have a function for the community, I am okay. We are okay helping. It doesn't always have to be about money. And then to get the comments of where did your money come from? I guess I don't know what else to say to anybody, but where Marty and I's money come from ain't your damn business. I've busted my ass, she's busted her ass for many, many years. And if I choose to take care of a place that I live, I think people would relish that. And to bring one of our skid loaders here and sweep this off so we can try to have an event, and to have somebody out there taking pictures, I think is absolutely what is ruining things of why people want to help each other.
If you want to buy one, $5,300.
Well, whatever,
Or we
but I
could
mean,
just donate. I mean, you guys could just be.
we have no problem helping, and we're still helping here. I mean, for what we're getting here, I could do somewhere else. But I mean, this place needs help. We're here to help, and you know, if you want to take pictures, knock yourself up. But I mean, what Marty did there, I thought was awesome, and I hope you guys appreciate it. And you know, there's going to be more. So I think it's bad that we're doing that. I feel for you. But this place needs to be cleaned up, and it needs help from good people, and I hope this place can fill up with more good people by being clean. So we're going to help.
good job.
Okay. But, so we're picking Pat's Motorsports with the ZT1 Cub Cadet. So I need a motion for that.
Marty.
Are you getting 2 chainsaws?
Yeah.
Or
So
is this one, yeah?
2. I believe, yes, that was on there because
What size bar?
You guys want 2 chainsaws?
16 there's a 16 and 18 on that quote.
I could.
2 different chainsaws. Then you have 2 options that say one or both on the paddle or the brush. Also for the attachments for your weed whip. I don't know if those are all included in your quotes on there, but that's just how it's read on here. Is that you had kind of a separate quote for the paddle or the brush option.
I mean, as for a chainsaw, I would pick the bigger one.
Yeah. Okay, so that would bring that total down a little bit.
Yeah, so let's do 1 chainsaw.
So are we gonna do the 18 inch?
Yes.
units, and then
It's a power head with
and
the three
both of
attachments.
those. My numbers have both in because the paddle.
Was that 3 attachments or 4 attachments? Because you got 4 attachments listed there. What attachments are you guys
So
purchasing with
the
that?
trimmer. So you have to buy the power head first,
Power head, the trimmer.
okay? And then that's the whole part. Then you have the trimmer, the paddle, and the brush, and then the edger. And the edger is to clean up edges of. I think we all know what an edger is.
We really need that?
It helps.
You have trouble maintaining
Whatever. If you don't need it, so
or cheaper.
that does knock $200 plus 3% off. So if you don't want the edger, you don't feel it's needed, then we don't need it.
I guess that would fall in the hands of our maintenance guys. That's why we're thinking here.
Like even edger or?
I mean, how much do you guys really edge
I haven't had that one.
for $200?
Cal's got one later, right?
Well, it would still have to be for this power head. So
But yeah, we could. I mean,
I guess maybe we'll have a chat and see if that one's necessary.
So
You
we're
got,
gonna-
what, 3 other ones that would be usable, and this one would be questionable. I mean, I don't-
Okay.
we haven't done any extras yet.
Okay.
That's what we feel like is necessary, the panel and the sweeper and the edger.
Well, my question is, what are you gonna use the rubber paddle on?
grass.
Yeah, perfect. Winter cleanup, spring cleanup, we're gonna get rocks in there, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Brush will just tear the grass up.
Yep.
Paddles will be.
Use the Bristol sweeper more for asphalt.
So if you go back outside, you can see where I can see where Chris sweat. Our broom, how big is our broom on the skid loader? 96. It does power angle and stuff, whatever, but anyway, there's a little bit of debris that's left on the curb side.
Yeah, paddles will
The
be-
paddle or the bristle, the brush would work great on stuff like that, just cleaning up.
$800 then?
What?
Both?
Oh. Yeah, 419. I don't make a price.
I would say the edger can wait.
Okay.
And the last thing listed is a leaf blower.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a big backpack
Backpack.
floor.
The reason why this was a necessity too, we had some resident concerned about the headstones when mowing and the grass clippings staying on the headstones. So this would help clean headstones off, making sure there's no debris respect.
Well, and I researched that a little bit too. I guess I don't know what we feel is investing in it, but the legalities of what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to keep the landscape decent. But when it actually comes to preservation, maintenance, installation, and taking care of the headstone, the financial burden of all that technically is on the person. So, you know, if it's sunk in the ground 5 inches and a little bit of grass gets in there, I guess I would agree we can do our due diligence to keep the clippings off there, but after a certain point of your headstone being down, you want to complain that the grass is on there when it sank 5 inches. At some point, you're that concerned, you need to go out and do some maintenance of your headstone. Yeah, technically we just have to mow it and make it accessible. We don't have to keep it pretty, we don't clean it, we don't do anything. So, I mean, to try to take care of things, a handheld leaf blower, they can go buzz out the ones that are low, but I mean, as for cleaning them off and keeping them, you know, pristine, I don't feel that that's an investment we need to make. This will help in that.
So do you want me to get a calculator and retally
No, I think
this
we're fine.
for approval?
Yeah, we approved to go with Pat's and we just knocked a few off, we're fine.
Okay, so it is gonna be less.
It'll
It
be a
will
little
be,
less, but-
it will be in the minutes, the final price.
I would just need a motion that says we're going with Pat's on the new mower and the handheld tools. Okay. Supported by Gary. Roll call vote, Marty.
Yes,
Hey, Gary. That's approved. The board to discuss Adopting policies and rates for renting out Green Park and the rec buildings for private events.
So another conversation. It has come up with, insurance and stuff. This is just a discussion, as you see, there's nothing to motion or pass here, because we just really wanna have an open discussion with the public. Because we all live here, and how do we feel about renting our parks? You know, if it's first come, first serve, obviously, then you get the pavilion first, but if you wanna rent it for a wedding or anniversary or birthday and close the park off, should there be a cost? Same with the rec building. Our tax dollars have built the rec building, but it does cost something to maintain it on a monthly basis. So like doing our gathering, that's why I'm really pushing the 4th of July here, because we spent a lot of money to not use it. But what do you feel as a community? Should there be a fee?
I think for the rec building, I think it's feasible to have a fee for that if you're having larger events and stuff like that, and you're providing for that. As far as like the parks, a lot of times with places that I've been, it's usually just reserve the park with the city, not an actual fee. It's just to kind of give that reservation for you, to kind of have them lock it down for you. It's kind of hard to lock down completely Green Park, just the fact that it's a public place that a lot of people go. And I would see, like, if you guys all of a sudden rent it out for an event, you're going to have other people trying to go there because it's a real big tourist attraction also. A lot of people like to stop there.
I think Green Park would do the whole park, I think it would just be that building.
Yeah, it would just,
Rent the
yeah.
I think we should-
Yeah.
I mean, all the.
When you rent the building, you're also renting the parking spots.
Yep.
Where I came from, we rented it.
That's
And
where
it was
I
$100 flat fee to rent the park for the pavilion. But public has to supply their own insurance policy.
okay.
Because if they go in there and destroy that building or break something or pull the fire alarms on it or break a window, their insurance policy will cover it. We're not responsible for damage that these people caused or injuries that sustained by them. They have to carry an insurance waiver.
With a large event,
A
so.
large event, anything over 50 people.
So like if someone wanted to rent it for the rec building, I'm gonna say the rec building, to do a birthday party, there's 10 kids, some adults.
Then, it's your judgment. One of them kids fall down, hit their head on the thing, and all of a sudden, well, you knew about that, but you didn't do nothing about it, so you're gonna pay all the medical bills. That's the thing, you gotta have waivers, they gotta sign waivers, or they gotta carry their own insurance policy coming in. Anything's possible. People look for a reason to make money nowadays.
It is a Sue happy.
You have to be proactive instead of reactive.
Marty, the Township Park building, lots, our class had reserved it